Like literally is the epitome of the meme where
Oh,
Spider-Man literally looks at the Iron Man mural. Is like everywhere. Everywhere I look, I see his face. And I'm like, this is the dude where I literally see his face in every Twitter thread known imaginable.
I see 8 hours ago, PlayStation fans are eating pretty good. Final Fantasy Remake, Spider-Man, God of War.
Please check video resolution. The current resolution is 3840 by 2160, which is not optimal. So what? They're telling me to take my shit down? Is that what they're asking me to do? Oh, God. Oh, that's YouTube. YouTube's fucking up. That's the only thing I could think of for something like that. But then again, they probably don't like my settings.
I bet you I'm not going to look at too many of the comments, but I bet you these comments for Walmart CA Gaming are brutal.
Is he known for trolling or something?
Who? Which one? Joe Schmo is. The dude, like...
Who's Joe Schmo?
Bro, he's in every thread. Like, he'll
Oh.
defend Xbox, but then he'll, like, literally criticize PlayStation whenever he can. And, dude, one time there was, like, a movie, like, Twitter thing talking about Uncharted sales. Like, he was there, like, hating on it. I was like, bro, how are you here?
Lord,
what's his handle?
We're
back. It's like in like THA cut. Oh, it's INNTHA cut.
So guys,
in the cut. Okay.
Is the stream skipping for you guys? Is it good?
Let me see.
I just want to make sure. Maybe that fixed it.
Yeah.
The only issue I got was resolution on, but
okay, I think I know who that dude is.
That looks good.
Yeah,
I muted that dude. Yeah, I muted that guy.
All right,
just because he was annoying. Yeah.
All right, welcome to part 2 of the stream. This is gonna be the funniest episode period I've ever had an issue with, but we fixed it. Thank God. Thank you. Thank God. Appreciate the heads up, Brad.
Back to FF7, you know.
Yeah, back to FF7. I don't know. Oh yeah. By the way, what y'all playing? I noticed Red.
Final Fantasy 7 remake. Intergrade.
Oh,
yes,
God.
Sir. One of the greats. You know
were
what
playing
I'm saying?
the Corey, but that's what you were playing.
As well as OG FF7, and yeah, I played the Corey and beat it.
Oh, you beat it hella quick, so it must have been short.
It's like 10-hour game, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 to 10 hour game, I would say.
Like, cool.
I think like Corey, cool. $70. I don't know about that one. But I didn't get it for $70 because of PC. So like overall, it was a cool time. I give it like a 7.5.
Okay.
Just because the ending wasn't as strong as the rest of the game. I'm not gonna lie, characters are kind of dumb in the game. But to be fair, I think that's what they were going with for like those like old horror teen like horror movies.
Yeah.
Because they're like, yo, what are they thinking right now? So, but no, then FF7 remake, great. Played it on Epic, then they did the announcement for Steam, got it, downloaded it also on my Steam Deck. I haven't tried it yet, but that's it.
You said, did we talk about Housemarque yet? No, not yet. We'll get into that in a second. So let's go ahead and get into the ratings for this Bethesda showcase. I guess I'll start it off. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. The reason why I'm giving it a 5, I would say that the third parties did their job. All the indie games that were showcased and whatnot, those were great. Those were the highlights from the show for me. Wolong, obviously Fallen Dynasty, if I could rate it. If this was a third party showcase, I would rate it a 7 or 8 off of just that announcement alone, because how badass that game looks. But I'm not going to go off of that because I'm going to be fair. This was an Xbox showcase that was prioritizing first party. And for a showcase that was going to prioritize the first party, we only saw, really think about it, 3 games, but I'm going to say 4 because I think the Hot Wheels one is not really an expansion. It's another game because I think I saw it on the IGN.
No, it's an expand. They had Hot Wheels before in one of the Horizon games.
Oh, okay, so 3 games. So 3 games out of a whole showcase.
I just have to ask though, in fairness, that I don't think they announced that this was going to be like primarily first party.
They said it was a look to their first party for the 12 year or the 12 months.
No, they were talking about like coming to Xbox and coming to Game Pass. It wasn't just first party. Because if it was like a first party showcase, then like this was like a 4 out of 10. Like
yeah.
Well, I would say this to be fair though, right? Yeah. That they should have tempered people's expectations. They didn't say either.
Yeah,
or, right?
like every time we get excited for other shows that have actually been better than this, they say temper expectations. Where was the tweet for this one?
Yeah, I think we all had expectations there would be a lot more first party than what they showed. Yeah. But all I'm saying is like in Xbox defense, I don't think they actually said this is like primarily a first.
No, I don't. Yeah, I agree with you on that point, but when you say like Xbox showcase, right? It's more along the lines of what's in the future of Xbox, and most of the time, like people go like, okay, what's either exclusive on the platform, as well as what the first party IPs on top of third party, right?
Yeah,
that's usually how it goes. That's PlayStation Showcase. That's Nintendo Direct.
Well, the big mistake is they didn't tell us beforehand that it'd be the next 12 months.
Yeah, they literally waited.
That would have like level set everything.
They literally had Sarah Bond say, and I was just like, I don't know what happened. I don't know because they've done it before with it like, hey, expectations need to be put in check. This show is not going to be this like amazing show like some people are making it out to be, because like State of Play, dude, they set expectations. They're like third party titles. That's about it.
Yeah.
So it's like that, and Square Enix, Final Fantasy VII anniversary stream, and they're hyping people up, as they should have hyped people up, because it made sense as to why they hyped people up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, they didn't care. They were like 95-minute show, and they were like, okay, cool, gonna be amazing. We're gonna like see a lot. We didn't like see. I don't know. I was very disappointed too with it. I think it definitely needed to be a home run for Xbox. Like, just because people were like, they're like these like big Xbox people that didn't like the show. Yeah. They didn't like it. They were disappointed, and I was shocked by that, because
a lot of people
normally,
dude, I was at a live version of the show. Like I was.
Yeah, you were there.
And there like I heard the same sentiment. Like everyone that was there was like pretty big Xbox fans, and I had a bunch of them that I was just chatting with that were just like this is not what I expected. Yeah.
Because I know Kofi, he might have been in the same show as you. I don't know, because he was at the Canada one. I don't know if there was different versions in Canada or whatnot.
No, I was at the same show as Kofi.
Okay. Then. Yeah, because he was showing the live reactions, and a lot of the time it was just like
crickets,
like not like screaming or anything.
Dude, I thought it was funny. Yeah, I actually thought it was funny because a lot of the announcements did have crickets, but I was like at the very back, and there was two. You can probably hear it if there was checking out like Kofi's stream or whatever. But there was like two dudes in front of me that were like no matter what it was like yeah, yeah. I was like, dude, that was it. It was just those two dudes.
Do you think they were Xbox employees just putting it in there?
No, they were just like hardcore. There were some announcements that got the audience like legit clapping.
I think Kojima was like one of them.
Kojima and like Wulong and Silk Song and stuff like that.
John?
But there wasn't a whole lot of moments where like everybody was just like going nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. Like overall, the best show for me was FF7 Anniversary, and then it would be State of Play.
Can we talk about there was another show that happened too. It was the Capcom one.
Yeah,
and Capcom didn't show anything.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed with Capcom.
I was like, no, you could have shown this
problem
at the Xbox showcase or the PlayStation showcase, where him walking around, you can show.
Yeah,
come on, bro. What was the point of this showcase?
Like, they hyped it up because they were like doing the video. And it's like RE4 is gonna be there, and it was like cool. Like, you guys are hyping it up. This is gonna be the centerpiece of what you show. All we get is close up of Leon's face. He has bags under his eyes, and you see that he can aim while walking, which everyone was assuming that, but like I guess that's a great confirmation that that's happening. And that's it really. Like that was it. What we got RE4, and the I guess big thing is a part of the DLC expansion for RE8. You get third person mode. No one cares about mercenary mode, so scrap that. And then you have the Rose's DLC story that's just trying to get rid of her powers.
Looks good. That actually looks like it's gonna be.
That's also third person too.
Yeah, the fact that it's third person the whole game, I'm guessing it's gonna be like you get it for the whole game. That opens up another type of I guess dimension for this game, you know, because it kind of makes you wonder if they doing this because they're kind of tired of the first person aspect, but that's what kind of makes, you know, Ethan's story special. You know, this is the end.
Yeah,
this is the end of his chapter. So I'm guessing they're trying to find a way to merge into the third person, you know, to bring back the Resident Evil 2 style look. I mean, again, it can work, but I'm guessing there's going to be some things they have in play where you can't look at Ethan's face. You know, you couldn't see Ethan's face.
I think you can. I think you can. I think you.
I don't think you can. I don't think they're going to.
That doesn't make sense because you can't like. There's no way you can have a camera angle that's only half and not go around in 360.
Yeah, man.
There's just no way. Because my thing is, you're definitely going to see his face. My question is though, are the cutscenes going to still be in first person or third person? That's the interesting thing to note.
If it is changed, then they're going to change. They're probably going to charge even more.
No, they said expansion. That's part of the expansion. If you have the gold edition, you get it for free. But if you don't, you have to, I guess, buy separately for all three.
Oh, okay. Well,
because they talked about the gold edition. So,
yeah.
And then Dragon's Dogma 2 was announced the same day as I believe FF7 anniversary stream.
Okay. Shout out to the platform live. What up, Danny? He says, what's up, Big Cloud, RGT fam, Dragon Dogma, or hashtag Dragon Dogma 2, hashtag PC, hashtag worried about Starfield. Hey, man, you missed the whole roast session on that game and the first part of the stream. But, I agree with you, though. It's a lot taken for that one. We'll see what's up down the road for that game. I'm not, the tone's been set. I'm not super hyped for it, but you never know. It might be a sleeper hit. Maybe. I'm giving a little hope there, but I doubt it. So there you guys go from that. Housemarque. I know you guys seen the title, the Housemarque new IP. Well, turns out Housemarque did come out and pretty much confirmed that they're going to be taking a bunch of canned Returnal ideas and they're going to be putting those into the new IP in general. It's a very ambitious new title they're working on.
Wait, is that what they said?
It's basically.
I thought they said that
it's in early stages, obviously.
Yeah, but I thought they mentioned, like, I think was it last year, like 6 months ago, about the new IP. Someone let it slip out a while ago. But I thought that what they said recently is that they have a lot of ideas that they wanted to put or were thinking of putting into Returnal, but they're going to park potentially for Returnal 2.
Yeah, because for Returnal 2.
Not for, as far as I understand, it's not for the new IP. I think it's going to be they have all these ideas and they basically the dude that got interviewed from Housemarque said, we're working on this new IP. We're going to be focused on that coming up. But after that, maybe we'll revisit Returnal. And if we do, we have all these ideas from Returnal 1 that we can put into Returnal 2.
Yeah, I'm looking at the article here that I have. It doesn't even say Returnal 2. It just says new IP. I'm like, oh, interesting. So I'm guessing the new IP they're referring to must be just Returnal 2 then. They didn't just put Returnal. That's what they have.
No, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what article you're looking at, but
it's from VGC News. VGC News.
Okay, let me.
Hey, you want the link? I'll put it in the chat here if you wanna. There you go.
Yeah, this is because VGC said that they had an interview that was coming up, but they posted like a sneak peek. There was a little 700-word article sneak peek on it. Housemarque wants to put canned Returnal ideas into its next game. Okay.
Yeah.
into its next game.
That's
I'm
like, what?
Okay, let me just read this again because I saw a whole bunch of headlines saying that potentially they're going to work on.
It's probably part 2. It probably is. It's more likely part 2. What you said made a lot of sense for it. As far as it, if it is a new original IP, I mean, again, I'm all for it at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, I'd have to read this article again, but I'm sure, like, I mean, even if a lot of the ideas were for Returnal, like, it's not uncommon for developers to have like a laundry list of 20 different things that they want to try that they might throw into this new IP. So I wouldn't be surprised if like the new IP is influenced a little bit by Housemarque, or sorry, by Returnal.
Yeah, absolutely. We just got the DLC for this game not too long ago too, and it was actually pretty good. So.
Oh, actually, okay. Maybe it's a little bit of both then. No, I'm just like reading this VGC. Maybe it is actually a little bit of both then. So but there is actually a line here that's just saying that some of the pieces, like some of the ideas and narrative systems that they wanted to put in Returnal, they're like investigating to see how these fit into their new IP. So actually, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
I knew.
I think further down they mentioned that there's Returnal 2 and some of these ideas can go in there as well. So, but yeah, okay, cool. So this new IP might be a little bit influenced by Returnal, which is probably a good thing.
I'm all for it. It just
Returnal is like
easy mode for it though, for the the mass. Because I just complain about the game being too hard.
Dude, I don't
get it.
Whole easy mode thing. I don't even want to get into it. It's just, dude.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. That's like, what's next? We're gonna add easy modes to Souls games.
I mean, personally, I don't really care. Like if they do, they do. I'm not one of those guys that like measures my PP size versus other people's, right? Like, well, the thing is, like, the thing about this argument is that there is an easy mode for like stuff like Elden Ring, right? You know what the easy mode is? It's playing co-op, right? Easy mode is like grinding for 10 hours and getting OP, right? Easy mode is calling your spirits and fighting bosses like 2-on-1. Like I don't know. It's just the whole thing's just weird, man. Like people seem to be like fine with stuff like that. Like some people, of course, like criticize it, but like I think in general, people are like cool with co-op being in there and cool with like spirit mode being in there, and it's I'm just like, okay, so if they actually had like if the next Dark Souls had normal and easy, like,
yeah,
I don't care. I'll play on normal. I don't care. I'll just ignore the easy. Like I ignore easy in like 90% of the games that I play.
Yeah, I play on normal.
Yeah.
So that's all, man.
There's only the odd time where it's like there'll be like the odd game where it's like I'll read the trophy list and it's like, you know, like if I'm not like super invested in the game and it's like, oh yeah, you can just play it on easy and like, you know, 10 hours later you get the platinum, sure, but like, so there's the odd time that I do that, but yeah, in general I'll play on normal or hard, so I don't even think about easy modes.
Did y'all hear about this? This actually made a lot of people chuckle on the internet. It was going around. Activision Blizzard's board, they basically investigated themselves and found no evidence of downplayed or harassment. I'm like, this has got to be the silliest.
It's like, hey man, yo, it's like going to a company, you own a company, and there's a problem, and you're like, yo, let me see if something's happening. It's like, dude, you see something happening, and you're just like, nah, everything's fine. You know, that whole meme of like everything's on fire, everything's fine.
Yeah. Like it's like the meme of Obama like putting a medal on himself.
Yeah.
You guys seen that on Twitter, right? It's like, put the medal on yourself, dude. Just like well, I also saw too, like I guess like Xbox is like making it pretty clear that they're going to allow unionization to happen. They're not going to like push against it. All of course because they want the FTC to
go through,
just put this through. But
you know, I'm happy for him at the end of the day, but it's just
Their company needs a lot of restructuring.
A lot.
Like the thing is like you don't like if you buy it like because like Bethesda they didn't restructure Bethesda. They operate by themselves, and like they're gonna have to restructure Activision Blizzard. There's just no way that they can.
Yeah,
I agree, 110%. The damage is done to the point where, honestly, we have to wait to see proper results once this unionization goes through next year. So, we'll see, man. Obviously, you got some games to look forward to from there. I know you guys were excited for Modern Warfare 2, so you got something to tie you over until you see, the change. But
yeah. Well, and personally, I'm excited about Diablo. I think
Diablo,
not Immortal, of course, but Diablo.
See, 4. I don't know, man. I got excited. Like that was actually another one, but then all I remember, man, Diablo 3 not good. Diablo Immortal, like up the wazoo with microtransactions. Like I don't know if this is true. Like what, $40,000 or something like that with microtransactions within that game.
There's certainly not the Blizzard of old. Warcraft like remake was just not good. Like, yeah, man, they've got their problems, but I still think like Diablo 3 was certainly not as good, of course, as the first or the second, but it's still like fine to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and it's certainly better than like a lot of the like shovelware stuff we get in this industry. So yeah, like I'm excited to see where that goes. I just really hope I thought it was like really funny that they can tell that they've somewhat tarnished the brand because of Immortal, because when right after the Xbox showcase, like they made it crystal clear. It's like, oh yeah, like don't worry guys, like all that aggressive monetization that we're doing in Diablo Immortal, this is like that's for the mobile game. We're not gonna do this. We're totally separate. We're the console PC folks.
But like that's the problem. It's like I think they did confirm like there'll be cosmetics for Diablo 4. I think they did confirm that. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I heard. But like when you hear stuff like that and Diablo Immortal, like consumers get worried. I get worried because it's like you could say, yeah, that's not gonna happen in our game. Like you could say that in the beginning and then just start introducing it into its lifespan of like 3 months after it releases or something like that.
Yeah. Well, dude, we're gonna like. I mean, if that happens, all of us have to be more vocal about these kinds of things, right? Like everyone assumed that this was like there was like a few companies that did stuff like this, like the aggressive monetization, but we're already seeing like like we tend to talk pretty positively about what Sony is doing, but like obviously things like Gran Turismo and the way that they handled that monetization is bad. Yeah, so like it's kind of leaking a bit into Sony, right? So.
And maybe with their live service games, it'll be like that too. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. So, like, we for sure just can't sit idly by. We've got to make sure that we're being vocal about this because, like, I'm kind of cool with like we do know that there are companies, EAs, Activisions of the world that do these types of things, but like, if this starts becoming a problem with Sony and their multiplayer games, like live service games, that's almost like. That's the breaking point for me. It's like, they're like the last bastion of giving us high quality games without nickeling and diming us. So let's just hope that these like 12 or so multiplayer games that Sony's going to be bringing out in the next few years are not going to be like that.
Good point. Sure, that's pretty much all the gaming related stuff. I don't know. There's not much else really.
No, I mean
this week.
If you guys didn't check out Square's conference, Final Fantasy VII Anniversary, go check that out. It was lit.
God, here we go. But
Bro, you gotta have to be excited. Big Cloud, when are you gonna play JRPGs?
when
are you gonna play JRPGs?
I didn't say nothing. I just say, good God, you just that's like
No.
the 18th time you brought up this game.
Me and Hunter have to get you onto JRPGs. You can't be
look
like
at the time.
at least try it out.
There's the time, bro.
Come on, bro.
Dude,
just do remake, bro. Like at least stream it. I guarantee you people will view it.
Oh God, doubt it.
Oh my God.
Doubt it.
The chat, man, hold this man to the fire. Put his feet to the fire.
If you gotta, if you're gonna do it, like do it now, man. Like, whenever a new version of a game gets announced, like or a sequel gets announced or whatever, that's when traffic and interest spikes, right? So do it now, man. It just released on Steam. Like, they just announced part 2. Like, now's the time where people are interested. So yeah, I definitely say give it a try.
Nah, I don't think I'm welcomed in that room.
Oh my gosh. Me and Hunter tell you literally, I feel like I have the stigma of like, because it's a Japanese, besides FromSoft, that's like the only one I can give you credit for.
Yeah.
But other Japanese games
Dude,
you don't gravitate towards.
I'm shocked. You don't play Yakuza, Persona?
Nope.
You've never tried Dragon Quest?
I tried Dragon Quest, but I never really got into it.
Which one? Which one, Big Cloud?
Very first one.
No shot. You tried the
first
one? No.
Nah,
I don't believe you. See, Big Cloud, can we just get one JRPG from you, bro? One JRPG from you.
Oh God.
You haven't tried Nier?
Nope. None of these games.
No.
What? Dude, Nier is so good.
Okay, no, I will say he does.
I hear good things about Nier. I never got.
So you're not excited then about Forspoken at all? I assume then.
No.
He says you can do platinum a JRPG. I could platinum anything if I put the time into it, man.
Dude, you got at least like play Yakuza. That
Forspoken was on.
They're barely even RPG. Only the last one was really an RPG.
Oh God.
But the thing is, it's like people don't realize also, like I know people in the chat were just like, oh, because turn-based, that's fine about turn-based, but there are action JRPGs as well.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just like such a long-time gamer, but like I grew up with turn-based, man. Turn-based is fun. Turn-based is like really strategic, and I love it. I like both, man. I'll play action, of course, but
yeah, I'm more of the action over the top guy. But
like I like Yakuza, Like a Dragon. That one's turn-based. I thought it was super fun, man. Not that the other one. I'm not sure. Like I kind of like both. I don't really have a really strong preference between like the real-time combat of the other ones or the turn-based. But yeah, I just thought it was really fun.
And plus, there's not many games coming out, so this is the perfect time to just try new games.
Well, Remake has like the perfect happy medium between action and turn-based. Like it's just the perfect. So I would love if a lot more JRPGs had that kind of system.
What do I have to say? We did get some news, but this isn't really game related. It was pretty. It was in the entertainment spectrum. Did you guys hear about the Vince McMahon situation?
Oh yeah, but dude, Vince has probably always been an a-hole. Like
Stephanie McMahon's taking over CEO for him, interim.
Yeah, the only thing that I find like really like ironic about this whole situation is like a month ago he commanded Corey Graves to go on air and talk about how unprofessional Sasha Banks and Naomi is, and like really like make sure you bring these people down because of what they did. And then like lo and behold, in the background you got Vince McMahon doing these trashy things, paying people off. Like,
so there's a lot of stuff about him though, like people don't realize a lot that like is covered up.
Yep. And he always has a fall guy for every type of situation. I think John Laurinaitis might be done after this whole thing is over with.
Yeah, it's just really like disappointing and frustrating, right? Like the fact like it's like, dude, who are you to talk, man? Who are you to say that these two are like, disappointing their fans, right? It's like, dude, come on. you're no like moral compass yourself, dude. So actually, you know what? I'm sure the whole situation is just atrocious and like horrible things are going to come from it. But the only positive that I can see is like at least he's stepping away. Like
he's away from creative.
Sakes, like
except for creative.
Oh, he's not doing. Really?
Yeah, so he's done with CEO, but he's still lead creative. And chairman, CEO and chairman, like he stepped down, but creative, I think he's still there.
I was hoping Stephanie would.
I think he's stepping away from everything for a minute.
No, look it up. I'm pretty confident.
Did they say he's still creative?
I thought it was everything, but this is all like breaking news, so who knows?
It probably more gonna happen because if
I thought I read that he's just like stepping away from WWE in general.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it.
Yeah, Vince will still be in charge of creative for all of WWE programming.
Oh well.
Okay, well there you go.
There's the hope.
Yeah.
Because he's on SmackDown.
The guy just needs to like
retire.
What is he? He's like 70 something, right?
Almost getting close to 80.
78, I think he is.
Yeah, he's old, man, and he's really starting to show. Before, he looked good for his age. Now it's really showing. It's like, bro, it's time. Like, I don't know if you saw him botch that stunner at this WrestleMania. He's 76.
76, okay.
His old ticks are not there anymore. His reflex ain't there no more. I remember he botched the return of Stone Cold coming out because now he's supposed to look all shocked, and then they shoot to the stage him coming out. He did it early, and they did the thing. I'm like, okay, Stone Cold's coming out, and then look, the glass shatters. Hey, it's Stone Cold. Who didn't see that coming? Like, what I mean? So
yeah. Well, dude, I read a report recently that apparently the way Vince McMahon thinks about stars like Sasha Banks and Naomi is like, to him, they're just replaceable. Like that was like literally like a quote in the article, because like apparently to Vince McMahon, he's got like his top dogs, right? He's got his like Cody Rhodes, he's got Roman Reigns, he has Brock Lesnar, he's got like 3 or 4 top folks, and like Ronda Rousey up there too, obviously. And it's like according to the article, Vince just views those folks as the ones that bring in all the money, and they're the only ones that you really got to care about. Everyone else is just like replaceable, and like they can groom other folks from like NXT to be the next Sasha Banks. And
but like, Hunter, what's crazy is Cody, before the rise to fame through AEW, he treated him like kind of Garbo in the beginning, like throughout the whole WWE run. And then after he saw like, wow, everyone loves him, and we got to get him back. And it was like, now he's one of our big stars. And I was just like, but you guys just
did not care about him. That's why he's got to go, because he's just totally not good at building up stars. Like,
all the main stars that he had, Sasha Banks, the Rhea Ripleys, really, Nikki,
don't get pushed, really.
Nikki Cross, all of them were in NXT. Even Charlotte Flair were NXT talent portrayed by Triple H.
Okay, so I forgot that this was a thing. Donald said, I'm low-key surprised they didn't mention the Gran Turismo movie. I mean, basically they confirmed, like, the guy who did District, was it 9?
Gran Turismo movie, how is that even going to work? You might as well just call it Fast and the Furious.
Dude, honestly, I thought the plot that they released sounded just hilariously bad.
Which is crazy, because like District 9 director Neil, I always butcher his last name, Blomkamp. He's a really good director, and I feel bad for him. Like, I don't know why he accepted the Gran Turismo movie, because it's like he could be doing a lot more better things.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it was just for the paycheck or what not. I don't know why he accepted it, because I feel like you could have got the worst director possible to do that movie, and you would have been fine. But
dude,
you
it's
got,
supposed to be
one of the best.
It's like it's supposed to be like a coming of age thing, where it's like, you guys read the plot, where it's like basically like a gamer. I think a gamer like a Gran Turismo gamer wins like some kind of contest, and then he actually ends up becoming an actual driver, a race car driver.
Okay.
So it's all like the whole movie is about like fulfilling the Gran Turismo player's fantasy of like,
Being
going
a
above
champion.
going above and beyond the games and actually becoming a race car champion yourself. And I'm just like,
Wow.
do Gran Turismo fans, is that what they really think about? When you're playing Gran Turismo, do you think like, oh, I wish it was me. I want to like escape my monotonous, boring life.
I feel like not saying we're being a bit too hard. I just don't find the plot interesting, as well as think about it like this. It's like you have a talented director, Neil, did District 9.
Yeah.
And you have him working on this movie. You could have had him working on these like other really good IPs that are very like story intensive.
Aloy's getting a TV show. You got other characters getting TV show. It's like Gran Turismo.
And I'm disappointed with it. I was
Twisted
like,
Metal's getting a TV. Was it a movie or a TV show? I think it's a TV show.
It's TV for Peacock, but the
TV show.
Yeah.
But the issue is, I don't know if that's going to be good. A lot of shows on Peacock are not that good.
I watched Metal Gear Solid, a movie. If we got a Metal Gear Solid movie done right,
It's taking forever.
I know what I'm saying, because I remember in Metal Gear Solid 4, y'all could turn on the TV and you saw David Hayter and everybody on the screen. They were like in character. I mean, it worked. It looked good. Yeah.
Because like from what I get, no, they Oscar Isaac's supposed to be Solid Snake. So I'm fine with Oscar being Solid Snake. He's a good actor, a really good one.
He's good. Pedro Pascal is Joel. Yeah, they missed the golden opportunity to get Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, I mean you could have. I mean Hugh was like my number one choice.
Yeah,
he was always my number one. After I saw Prisoner, I was like, yeah, this dude could play Joel.
Dude, after Logan, that solidified he should have been there. But I want to go ahead. I guess we go ahead and end the show here. Well, not a whole bunch to really go off of, but sorry about the issues. Again, setting everything back up, YouTube, everything, because we got everything reset, had to recalibrate it. But I appreciate everybody who stuck with us, who came through, especially during the first half. Everybody said we were choppy, but we still had like over 100 people, so I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I enjoyed the show at least. Hit that like button if you didn't do so, if you haven't done so yet. And no more. We'll be back next week. Everything will be crystal clear next week. But I appreciate y'all. I want to say shout out to Red Hood 420, of course, Hunter here, and Blaze 4K. Blaze wasn't feeling too good. For those who wonder where Blaze was, he wasn't feeling too good. So that's why he's not here. But he'll be back next week. And so these outros. Let's go ahead and start with Red Hood. Mr. Big Shot. The new Twitch extraordinaire. Shout out to him, man. JRPG.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I've been, streaming like 5 times a week, Monday through Friday on Twitch. Check it out, Red Hood 420. Been streaming some of the events, Capcom, some of Xbox. Went crazy with the Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary stream. And check me out there. Been doing my thing over there. Been having some interesting, thought-provoking commentary on certain videos that people make within the gaming community, such as they're never going to buy a Square Enix game because of FF7 Rebirth and Remake not coming to Xbox. Talked about that to death. And that was a very interesting video. I won't say who it was, but some people realize
they're not buying something or supporting something because of a decision. Like, oh, I'm not going to support Game Pass because of this, or I'm bored Game Pass. So guys, I've effectively deleted it. Like, dude, who gives a damn? Just move on. Why you got to announce this? Nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody cares.
But streams all happen around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, usually.
So lunch, pretty much, for a lot of people.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
12 p.m., 11 or 1.
You call that lunch with Red Hood.
Lunch with Red Hood.
I like that.
I mean, hey.
There you go. I like that. Don't
Some
call it
people just
brunch, call it
freaking tune
lunch
in
before that.
when they're at work, and I was like, okay, man, if you
Nah,
want
they
to tune
go
in when
right.
you're at work, hey.
Yeah, we can have artists have Red Hood actually, with a sandwich in his hand, like that's your character.
Oh man,
Bless
I already
the
got my
Red Hood.
emotes done. I got 3 emotes done. It was pretty lit. Those emotes for the subs and all that jazz.
All right, guys, go check out Red Hood's stream. Put the link to it in the chat for everybody. They can go ahead and follow you there for sure. Give them a follow. For those you wondering, do I be on Twitch? The last time I was on Twitch was a year ago, and that's when we streamed that cringy movie, which I still get messages to this day like, dude, you should stream more movies. I don't know if my sanity can handle it. Plus, Twitch is on that new thing now. But we streamed the worst movie in the history of cinema. It's called Undefeatable. I don't know if Hunter even saw that movie. It's that bad.
No.
Cynthia Rothrock.
Correct.
Ugh, so bad.
I haven't seen it.
You're like,
Sounds like I have to though.
It's so bad, so bad. But that's what we streamed on there. Last but not least, Hunter. Tell people they can find you, man.
Yeah, man. Well, great show again. Lots of cool things that got announced this week. I guess overall, I give like this not E3 week like maybe like a C or a B plus. Like it's I don't know. It wasn't like there was some cool things, but like especially like being basically like a couple years now into this current gen. This is usually like when all the heavy hitters get announced, and it's like I don't know what pandemic must just like thrown everything for a loop. But yeah, man, I'm the big show really that we're all waiting for is the PlayStation showcase, and hopefully
I'm worried, Hunter, because I didn't mention this, but I feel like PlayStation after they saw that showcase, they might just be like, we don't have to show too much now.
Yeah, I know. Well, Cory Barlog seems to be hinting at whatever.
Yeah, I think we're definitely seeing that.
Yeah,
God of War like this month.
I don't know if he's playing. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm like, is he like sort of like alpha testing his own game, or is he playing God of War? Probably God of War.
Dude, he was like commenting to what's his name, David Jaffe about the whole like, oh, the game got delayed or something. I heard from somebody, my source, and then he's like, he made a joke.
That comment you made about PlayStation titles, like for example, you know how they go. You said that the announcements would go. Obviously PS5, right? And it'll say in development for PC.
For PC,
yeah. They I don't know, man. That kind of adds a little bit more thought to that.
But yeah, dude, man, it was good. Oh, Bitman, seriously, play some Japanese games. Like, what the hell, dude? I don't know. I think I might have mentioned it to you like in DMs or whatnot, but like. I'm sort of like getting the ball rolling to attend TGS again this year, so hopefully that's going to go through. And if I do, then hopefully I'm going to get hands on with things like Resident Evil 4 remake and Wolong and maybe Persona on next gen consoles. Yeah, dude. So what? Dude, you have to try these games, man. Like if I go all the way over to freaking Tokyo and play some of these games, I need you to be like excited, man. Like,
I've been trying. The games look great. It's just not every game is for me. I'll just put it like that. Like, I'm
come back,
I
might even try to see if I can join the stream. We'll see if things end up working out. But if I'm live from the show and I'm playing Persona, you gotta give me your energy, dude. Because
dude, Hunter, all I ask, if you get those review code, listen, Persona 5 Raw, I need that review code for PS5 or Steam.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
One or the other, bro.
I guess I don't know who's actually going to distribute that. Maybe I guess probably Atlas, but because it's on Game Pass, like sometimes the platform holders distribute. So yeah. But anyway, as far as where you can check me out, just go to Twitter. Twitter is like my bread and butter. That's all I really do. So go to Next Gen Player and say hi over there. And like I said, I go to events and like do other random things, but usually everything just kind of funnels back into my Twitter account. So
yeah, he's also gonna be doing Twitter Spaces eventually when stuff happens. So
yeah, I was actually gonna do a little bit more this week. Things just got busy and I never had a chance. But yeah, I really do want to like, even if it's like once a month or something, let's just do a Twitter Space and. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna like try to promote some more voices on the show. So come on, and if you got cool things to say, just like don't be a jerk. Let's all be nice and yeah, chat games.
There you go. And of course, you already know Big Cloud Gaming, your boy, here every Friday. Would have been here every single week or every single day of the week today, this week, but stuff came up, so that's what happened there. But I appreciate y'all. Overall, it was a pretty good week, despite some questionable things on the Xbox front. I thought it was a pretty good week, though. Obviously, Callisto Protocol, that is my game that I am the most anticipated for. We didn't even talk about the Last of Us remake for Tess. Did you guys like the new player model for Tess? How she looked?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't have a I noticed people saying like
she looked older. Yeah.
Like, oh, are they trying to make her like look more unattractive? And I'm just like, I got no clue. Like, is it possible? Maybe. Or is it possible that they're trying to make it look more like the voice actor?
Yeah. It
so
does
I don't know.
Like her,
yeah, it does, man. But dude, I don't know, man. That people just like criticize, especially The Last of Us, but like gamers are just like annoying how much they criticize character models, especially like female character models. Like, geez, man, like it's like even if you like think they made her like less attractive, it's like, have you actually ever gone outside? Like, have you ever looked at people? Because like, I'm not saying like, you know, that's you know, everyone I know is like super attractive or whatnot, but it's like, dude, I like when I walk around, I see like, you know, not so attractive. I see like mildly attractive. I see super attractive. Like, I see the whole spectrum, right, of people, and it's like, I don't just need to see the 9s and 10 attractive folks in my games, right? Like, I want to see regular people in my games, right? It's like, I just don't get it, man. It's just so weird.
Yeah, she looked. You know, I don't know. It looked like they were trying to like imply that she was like, how do I say this? It's like when you look at the first original shot on the side from the remaster that they compared it to, it was extra saturated. It looked like kind of like she had makeup on in a sense.
Yeah.
And then they kind of washed it out and showed, you know, natural lighting. It was like, oh, this is her, I guess, without makeup. That's what they're trying to say. I don't know, but it looked fine regardless. I was like,
people did the same thing with Aloy, man. Like,
yeah.
Do you remember like chubby Aloy or whatever?
Yeah.
Or ugly Aloy?
Yeah, she had hair on her face. I'm like, yeah, it's not that deep.
But it was like majority of it too, like were just images that people took of like the worst possible angle, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing too. Like, man, like even people that are like considered attractive out there, like even those people have bad angles, man. Like, go take 100 photos of like a beautiful person. I guarantee you, like 2 or 3 of them are going to be like, oh, like that's a bad angle,
yeah.
Right? So
there's a lot of fear now coming to the game. I've been seeing people, they're like, oh, they're probably going to change the daughter, have the daughter look like this. I'm like, guys, I doubt it. But from what we saw, we'll see what's up when the game drops in September. I get
well, I mean, like the thing is too is like even if you don't like the models, right? The thing is too is that like at least from what we hear from like Druckmann and the team is like the characters look more like how they wanted them to look.
Yeah.
Like more they didn't have the graphical power and the technologies back in the PS3 era to have like, you know, the fidelity that they're looking for, right? And so yeah, like it, I mean, like sure, you can not like it, but like that, according to what they're saying, is what they wanted originally.
Yeah.
So
I'm more excited for the gameplay side of things as well. You know, new pro mechanics, you know, the better vegetation hiding through the areas.
Oh yeah.
And improved
I hope
AI.
There's dogs.
Yeah, the AI sucked so bad in the original. You're not like when NPCs or your characters that you should be with, they walk around with their guns like this, walking towards the enemy, not shooting. It's like, yeah, That always kind of broke the gameplay a little bit for me. The game was great, but Jesus, the AI was terrible at the time. So they fixed it with the remastered for the most part, but it was still kind of there at parts, especially at Tommy's little fortress. When you shoot at the invaders.
Yeah.
So that type of stuff, but I do expect that to be on another level, and the detail to be there. So. We'll see it.
Dude, well, I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's my second favorite story ever in gaming.
Oh, it's one of the greatest stories ever told in gaming. It has some of the best pacing I've seen in a video game. You know what I mean? It rivals that of movies. And that's how much I love The Last of Us 1, and that's why it's so special. So I know a lot of people go, why are you so critical of part 2? It's like, bro, because part 1, it hits on so many levels for me. You know what I mean? Like, that was the one where I was like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, I dig these characters. I really love these characters. I love this world. I love how creative they are with this. And, when certain characters died, you felt it. You know, especially when Tess, when she showed her neck, he's like, wow, I didn't see that happening. Or when the little boy, Henry, gets bit. Or no, Sam gets bit. It's like, okay, that threw me off. It's
totally.
It's a big story.
Well, you're gonna like shake your head, but my absolute favorite game in gaming is actually the sequel. So,
like part 2? No,
I just thought it was.
Everybody likes it. Everybody likes whatever. It's
I won't get into like details for people that haven't seen it, but the reason why it's my favorite is because I don't think I've actually ever hated a character more than I hated Abby. I absolutely hated her. But what I will say is that, obviously in the second half you play as her. Once I actually stepped in her shoes and had a chance to go through her story and see her side of it, I ended up liking her. I ended up empathizing with her. I understood her motivations. I understood why she did what she did. I understand why she was going after them. I got it, man. So the reason why it's like my favorite game is like, I actually really like her now as a character, but for me to like go from like absolute hate, like I hope somebody brutally just destroys her because I can't stand her, to actually like understanding who she is as a person and why she's doing the things that she's doing, and actually like kind of feel sorry and empathetic towards her. That to me is just like, it's brilliant storytelling. Like there's no way my mind could even comprehend writing something of that brilliance, because I'm just not a writer in that sense. But yeah, but I mean, like the first
trauma in that one too, and sequel.
Totally. Like the final scene of part 2, like was like
okay, this is I'm thinking,
so
is
like
over?
Wild, and like, is this happening, and like what is going on, like.
Then it ends on that uncertainty, and then that other scene plays. Like, as soon as she grabs the guitar and she can't play it, I'm just like.
But I have to say, that
hurt me. That killed me.
The first one, like, the first game actually like impacted me, like, emotionally more than the second one, for sure. Like they're like, especially like even like the opening like 20 minutes of The Last of Us Part 1 is like, it destroys you, man. Like even like the strongest dude out there is gonna like feel their heart break in half when that happens. But yeah, so like I certainly felt like more emotional in the first game. The second one wasn't like, it was more of like just ups and downs, like anger and then understanding, and like I don't know.
The part that also solidified the first one as just one of the greatest of all time, it was that scene, and you already know when you're playing as Ellie, you're hiding from David the cannibal, and you kill him, right? And she's like just going ballistic, attacking this dude's face up, and Joel comes out of nowhere and just tries to calm her down, and he calls her baby girl, like he called his daughter. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like he finally acknowledged, just like, yeah, that's my
Yeah.
kid right there.
Well, why I thought the first game was like brilliant from a storytelling perspective too is just like I don't think I've actually really even seen any character in gaming that, especially like in one title, where you see such a transformation, right? Like I remember when I first played the game, and I'm like, when you first get like Joel and Ellie are together, and you're like, is this going to be like an escort game? Like I got this like annoying little kid that's going to follow me around, but just like, I don't know, just seeing her grow, right?
Yeah.
Seeing her like get her first kill and learning, like, I
How to
don't
be
think
a hunter and all this stuff, yeah.
yeah, like going from like a regular person to being like one of the most violent killers on the planet.
Her being afraid of
Like,
water to being a damn legit killer in
yeah,
part 2. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So that's like the first game to me was all just about like growth, and it's just incredible. Like, it's
Yeah.
other franchises might have had like similar growth, but it would have taken you like 4 or 5 games to like get you to that point, right? This game, like, all in one experience, took you from like this like naive little kid to being this like absolutely like brutal survivalist.
Yeah. I agree. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, man, but I can't wait. Part 1. Dude, I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
September, got that for September. December, Callisto Protocol, Hunter.
Those, I would say, like The Last of Us Part 1, Callisto Protocol,
Resident
and
Evil as well as
and
for
and Hogwarts would be my. I'm just talking about for this year.
oh
I think those would be my 3.
yeah. When does Hogwarts drop? I forgot about Hogwarts release date.
Holiday,
Holiday.
but it might slip
probably
to next year.
Probably like November.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe if it doesn't slip.
I mean, like, well, like if God of War actually comes out this year, then that's going to be there for sure. But that one's still, I guess, technically it's still confirmed for this year. So add
I
that.
think
That's
Sony's
my
gonna
top
have that
4.
still drop this year. Maybe it'll drop on the day that Starfield was supposed to drop this year. You think?
No, they're not gonna do that. They're not
talking
gonna do
about
that.
No,
this.
not on the day, but you know what? I think that they will, because they said that they like they said that they're going to have more stock in the future. They're going to try to see if they can finally get this stock issue resolved. I just saw, I think today, like Intel is also saying like it's going to be hard to get these consoles until next year again. But anyway, I think the reason why they will drop it is because like the expectation is that they're going to have more consoles available this holiday versus the last holiday, and like they just want everyone to be like going crazy, like a frenzy for PlayStation 5s, right? If you've got The Last of Us Part 1 and you've got God of War, that's all coming out in a 2-month span, and then knowing that we've got Spider-Man coming out next year, like, how everyone's going to want to, everyone already wants a PlayStation 5, but everyone even more.
I remember. Good point. Well, guys, that's episode 194. I appreciate y'all coming through. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next week with a properly working stream next week. But we made it work. First ever 2-parter. So, you guys missed the first half. You watch it there on the channel. And this is just part 2 to end it. Appreciate y'all there. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Or enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you next week. Later. Dun, 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 dun.